Operation Vulindlela began life in the ashes of state capture and pandemic-era stagnation, a joint strike force of the Presidency and National Treasury sworn to blast away the structural shackles that keep South Africa's economy crawling when it should be sprinting. Phase 1 did the demolition work. Phase 2, launched on May 7, 2025, is the daring rebuild. Think of it as moving from clearing the rubble to laying the foundation for a sleeker, greener, fully wired economy where power flows, trains run, taps don't run dry, and digital services sit in the palm of every citizen's hand. Phase 1 scorecard is already jaw-dropping, 22,500 megawatts of private sector generation projects in the pipeline after the licensing cap was scrapped, a spectrum auction that finally drove data costs down, a water use license system that now clears applications in under 90 days, and a trusted employer visa scheme that lures critical skills instead of chasing them away. 91% of the 35 flagship reforms are done or on track, unlocking roughly $500 billion in investment and giving the country its first realistic shot at 3% plus growth in a decade. Yet 3% is only the floor, not the ceiling. Cabinet has now signed off on more than 30 new priority reforms grouped into 7 explosive focus areas: energy security, world-class logistics, reliable drinking water, a modern visa regime, fixed-up municipalities, spatially integrated cities, and, brand new for Phase 2, digital public infrastructure powerful enough to knit the state together in real time. The idea is simple: finish what Phase 1 started, then push far enough to yank growth toward 3.5% and finally slash the unemployment nightmare. Energy leads the charge. The Electricity Regulation Amendment Act has already cracked open the market. Now Eskom's final unbundling will create an independent transmission system operator, a national electricity distribution company, and, crucially, a competitive wholesale market where generators fight to sell the cheapest kilowatt. A first wave of independent transmission projects will string more than 1,000 kilometers of new lines across the country, paid for partly by private capital, while a streamlined energy security bill welds all project permits into a single one-stop shop. Goodbye endless load shedding, hello investor confidence and low-carbon growth. Next comes the logistics revolution. Transnet's freight rail network will open to any operator that can pay track access fees, ending the road hauling death spiral and shaving billions off export costs. An independent national ports authority is being spun out to entice private partners into container terminals from Durban Pier 2 to Cape Town, while a brand new transport economic regulator keeps tariffs fair. Put bluntly, more mangoes, manganese, and manufactured goods will actually reach ships on time, and South Africa will stop bleeding competitiveness at the harbour gate. Water security moves from boardroom chat to war room urgency. A national water action plan will couple a newly minted water resources infrastructure agency with tighter licensing, tougher quality monitoring, and PPP-backed desalination and wastewater projects so that industrial hubs from Gauteng to eThekwini never again grind to a halt because reservoirs ran dry or sewage flooded rivers. Parallel fixes in local government are equally ruthless. Dysfunctional municipalities will be forced into professional, ring-fenced utilities for electricity and water, while senior posts get locked behind strict competency gates. No more unqualified cronies in billion-rand chairs. Perhaps the most electrifying frontier is digital. Cabinet's digital transformation roadmap, now formally grafted into Operation Vulindlela, will roll out a secure national digital ID, a document wallet, a real-time data exchange linking thousands of siloed datasets, and modern instant payment rails. Picture opening a bank account, applying for a grant, or renewing a passport on one secure app instead of 3 separate queues. The Presidency has even created a digital service unit led by tech trailblazer Melvin Lubega to bulldoze red tape and get it shipped. Phase 2 is literally wiring the state's nervous system. All of this firepower aims at one bullseye: inclusive growth. Phase 2 doesn't just chase bigger GDP numbers, it tackles apartheid-era spatial inequality head-on by reviving passenger rail, unleashing demand-side housing subsidies so ordinary families can live near jobs, and clearing more than 1 million backlog title deeds so property finally becomes real, bankable wealth for working-class South Africans. Here's the bottom line: Phase 2 of Operation Vulindlela is not a polite policy tweak, it's a full-throttle national reboot designed to yank South Africa out of the slow lane and into a future powered by clean energy, smart ports, safe water, digital government, and cities that actually work for the people who build them. That future is already under construction, but staying on top of every breakthrough, setback, and power shift takes real time, no spin coverage.